It's Wednesday, July 20th, and Miguel is back to tell you part 2 of his junket trip to Beau Rivage in Biloxi. Yay! Welcome to the New England Casino and Gambling Podcast, a production of AnytimeGambling.com, your complete coverage of New England casinos and recreational gambling. So you got your Dunkin's coffee ready? Because our next Wicked episode is going to be starting right now.
One of the things I noticed while I was playing is it is a smoking property. There were non-smoking areas, but the machines were relatively clean and pretty much everything worked. So that was nice. Whereas at some of the local places, you have those machines that don't take money, or the sound doesn't work, or the speakers are crackling. Everything seemed to be in really good shape. There were two machines that I circled back to a lot, which were newer machines to me. The new Monopoly Lunar New Year, which I had played a little bit when we went to Vegas, but I didn't. And then there's also the new Wizard of Oz Over the Rainbow. Both of those machines kept me going. I would say the Monopoly machine, I probably had at least 5 $100 bonus rounds on an 88-cent bet. And then Wizard of Oz did very well. I got a couple $100 on a bonus on that. So those were the two machines that I really spent the most time at, probably.
So did you feel the Southern hospitality that I've heard about down there?
I would definitely say it exists, and it's both from the employees and even from just the locals that are there. I mentioned I ate at the Atrium Cafe, and when I did not opt to have dessert, my waitress Jessica said, "Well, if you get a sweet tooth at 3 in the morning, we're here." And the women that are working in the shops call you sweetie and honey, and everybody just making sure you have what you need. And even the clientele who were out at the pool, if they heard you talking to a waitress or a lifeguard or something, I think a couple people picked up on the fact that I didn't have a Southern accent, started a conversation while we're hanging out in the pool, just where are you from? What brings you down here? Have you been here? Have you been there? So you felt that Southern charm.
Did you have any chance to visit any other casinos down there?
So I did venture out, but I really only ventured next door. From my room, I could see the Imperial Palace, which was about 1.5 miles down the road. But I traveled next door to the Hard Rock Biloxi, owned by Bally's Twin River, or same parent company. I definitely had wanted to check that out. One, because of proximity, but also just the relationship with Bally's.
I haven't heard many positive things about the Hard Rock Biloxi. Is there any type of connection at all to Bally's up here in Rhode Island?
There was not that I could find. The player's card is completely separate. I was not even in their system. There were no real crossover promotions. And kind of echoing what you said initially, the property overall, I mean, from the outside, it looks very nice. The casino itself is one big open room. I think they have about 1,300 slot machines. They do have quite the variety of age machines versus some newer ones. I think I sent you a picture. I was playing one of your classics, the Cashman Betting Zoo. So they definitely have some of the older machines down there. But it was kind of dark, kind of spread out, which, I mean, who knows pre-COVID if they had more machines. But the casino itself was a little underwhelming. They had a promotion that if you earned 200 points, you could get a free t-shirt. 1 point was $2. I didn't feel like spending $400 for a t-shirt. So I stopped at the gift shop on the way out and spent $27 for a t-shirt. But I will say, I mean, one thing they have going for them is for anyone who is in the Biloxi area who needs their fix of Dunkin' Donuts, the Hard Rock has a Dunkin'.
All right. So. Well, before we finish this segment on your Biloxi trip, 1 thumb up or 2 thumbs up, would you recommend it for anyone in the area up here in New England that's an MGM card holder?
I definitely would. It's a great place to visit. One of the things that I think probably held me back a little, this was one of the first trips I've done by myself. I didn't venture out a lot. I did hear people talking about renting a car for a day. There's an Avis rent-a-car on property at Beau Rivage. So there were some people that were going to rent a car and drive to New Orleans, which I think they said was about 90 miles away. There is, similar to the Borgata, there's their version of the jitney service that runs around. But really, because it was so humid out when it wasn't raining or it was raining, I stayed anchored to where my bread was buttered.
Okay, so let's switch gears here. You cover Bally's for us at Anytime Gambling, mostly Twin River in Lincoln. It's going through some expansion and some renovations. Can you quickly give us news or thoughts in terms of how things are changing there?
Sure. So construction is definitely moving along. Every time I go, I would say there is noticeable improvement outside. The last time I was there, they've started painting the new portions that they've put up. They're redoing some of the parking around the main entrance in the front of the building. They kind of temporarily relocated some of the handicap parking while they redo that, hopefully to make it better. Also, I would say within the past couple months, they've added some charging stations. So intended for folks with Teslas or electric cars. I'd like to see some other things reopen. Shipyard Pub on the second floor has reopened for alcohol only. But unfortunately, I have no news to break on that right now.
Okay, now I've got something for you. We've got a little lightning round here. So ask you some favorites. And so here we go. All right. What's your favorite New England casino?
I would probably go with Bally's. It's definitely the place I'm the luckiest. Mohegan is a very close second, but I would say Bally's.
And favorite gambling destination in the world?
Oh, in the world, I probably haven't found it yet. But I would definitely say Aria out in Las Vegas. When we went out at Memorial Day, we tried a different property. And I think it made me realize that Aria is really my Vegas home. So I would put Aria down for that.
Your favorite cruise line? Now you've gone on a couple of different cruise lines. Which one is your favorite in terms of casinos?
Casino, I would definitely say Norwegian. They've brought me luck, good variety of machines, good promotions that I've been able to take advantage of. So I would say Norwegian all the way. Okay,
now you can only give me up to 3 possibilities for this one, okay? But because I know you play mostly slots. You're not a table game person. But what are your 3 favorite slot machines?
Oh, definitely Gold Bonanza. That is when at this point it's Mohegan. I think is the only place that has them. There's one actually at Plain Ridge, but so Gold Bonanza. A lot of time Ultimate Firelink lately, the original version of that. And I would probably say after the past trip down to Beau Rivage, I would probably put Monopoly Lunar New Year up there, just because it kept me going so long. It has the proverbial filling the pot, but the pot was going off a lot. So I would say that's probably my third.
And what is your favorite gambling podcast?
Oh, geez. I would say it's the Anytime Gambling podcast.
Oh, I really am glad that you had a chance to come on with me. I'm real glad you were able to come on the show with me. So thank you very much, Mike.
Thanks for having me. And definitely the next time that offer comes in, you and I are going.
You can find AnytimeGambling.com on Twitter at Anytime Gambling, on Facebook at the New England Casino Facebook group, or follow me, Robin Aubin. As we say at Anytime Gambling, embrace the math, not the myth. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.